What is up guys, it's your boy Solam here, back with another Classic WoW video. So with the hardcore servers officially being announced and we have a release date, a lot of people have started asking, what about a fresh server for those of us who don't want to play hardcore? That is going to be the topic of today's video, talking about fresh Classic WoW in general and giving my opinions on when I think it is going to happen. Keep in mind, we don't really have any information on this topic at the moment. That being said, it has been leaked that Blizzard did initially plan to have a fresh Classic WoW at some point, but how credible that leak actually was, nobody really knows. That leak could also refer to Season of Mastery, which I guess technically is a fresh Classic WoW environment. But back to what I was talking about, hardcore servers have just been announced, and we have a release date, and it's very easy to feel left out if you have absolutely no intention of playing hardcore, but maybe you want to play in a fresh environment. This has led to people asking, what about those of us with no interest in hardcore? Are we just being ignored? And what plans does Blizzard have up their sleeves to capitalize on the recent success of the Classic era servers, which have absolutely been popping off so far in 2023? Now first, let's talk about why Blizzard are not launching fresh Classic era servers along with fresh hardcore servers. This one seems to be the most commonly asked question so far, and honestly, the answer is looking pretty simple. It is most likely in order to not split the community even more than they are already doing, by introducing the hardcore servers to begin with. Fresh is fun and people like fresh, but Blizzard wants as many people as possible to play in a future fresher version of Classic WoW. If they introduce fresh Classic era servers along with fresh hardcore servers, players suddenly have to make a choice of where to play, and I get it. Once again, a lot of people do not want to play hardcore, but a lot of people do, and a lot of people want to play both hardcore servers and a potential future fresh vanilla WoW launch. Using Paint, I can demonstrate this with a very advanced visual that took me about 100 hours to make. The left circle represents people that want to play hardcore, the right circle represents people that want to play fresh Classic WoW, not hardcore, and where they cross into each other is people that want to play both. By launching hardcore servers and fresh Classic WoW servers separately, the people in the middle here will have the possibility to play both rather than having to make a choice. And there is a lot of players that are in the middle, meaning they want to try both hardcore and fresh, and they don't want to choose just one or the other. There is another argument of why not just launch fresh Classic era servers for the people that don't want to play hardcore, so they have something fun to do while waiting for a fresh progressive Classic WoW launch, and the simple argument against that is that fresh loses its value or its hype every time there's a new fresh. If you look at many other games, every time there's a fresh launch, they lose about 50% of their players overall, like from fresh to fresh, because not everyone wants to start fresh all the time. Now, Blizzard have already given one alternative here to those who want to participate in a fresh environment without playing hardcore endgame, and that is the opportunity to transfer for free to a Classic era server from the hardcore server, even after your character dies. This gives anyone the chance of joining the hardcore launch without permanently losing your character, since once again you have that free realm transfer option. Personally, I think this is great, as it gives people playing on Classic era the chance to try out hardcore, as well as it could help Classic era's population grow over time, as people will try and probably quit hardcore after some time and transfer over to the Classic era servers. Now, all of this being said, I am not ignoring the demand for a fresh Classic WoW server. It is definitely there, and people miss Classic WoW in general. Playing on Classic era simply doesn't really feel the same, considering there's so many level 60 mage bots, people are leveling boosts, all the raids are available. People simply want a fresh server, with a fresh economy where people don't have full next pharmacy gear. All I'm saying is that it is a very good thing that Blizzard don't release both at the same time, because it gives people more content over time, as long as you're able to zoom out and look at it from a macro perspective. So, based on all of this, do I think we will get some fresh Classic WoW servers? Well, you might not like this answer, but it is the one I'm going to give you based on what makes logical sense to me. So, when Blizzard announced the hardcore servers back in May, They also talked about something they referenced as Season of Mastery 2, which is not going to be called that by the way, but is a brand new seasonal server, which is technically a form of Fresh Classic WoW. It is not Fresh Classic Era, but it is a Fresh Classic WoW server with some additional changes like the last season. During this announcement, they said more information would be coming out about these seasonal servers later this year, and based on that, I think we'll be getting more information about that at BlizzCon this year, as that pretty much fits into the more information later this year timeline, but I definitely do not think that it's big enough to be a headline of BlizzCon itself, but it's a little bit of additional hype for Classic, right? On top of that, I do believe we are getting a fresh, progressive Classic WoW series, basically a reboot of Classic WoW as it was back in 2019, where we go through Phase 1 through Phase 6 all over again in a complete no changes environment, but that's probably not coming for quite some time. By now, it's pretty obvious that Cataclysm will come out as an expansion after Wrath, as several surveys have been sent out regarding some changes Blizzard are looking at implementing for the future of Classic, which directly mentions Cataclysm. Personally, I believe Cataclysm Classic will also be announced at BlizzCon this year, and I can see these fresh progressive Classic WoW servers come out 4 to 6 months after Cataclysm Classic comes out. This is because Blizzard has a direct monetary incentive to keep as many players playing Wrath Classic and Cataclysm as possible, because not only are they making money from their subscription revenue, they're also making money through WoW token sales, paid level boosts, store mounts which are offered as a sub-bundle, and most importantly, the deluxe editions of expansions, like for example Wrath Classic, which cost, what was it, $60 or something for the Ultimate Edition, and Cataclysm will probably be the same. In this case, Blizzard wants to keep as many people playing Wrath Classic and go into Cataclysm as possible, but you also have the fact that Cataclysm directly changes Azeroth and the quest hubs in Eastern Kingdoms and Kalimdor through the Sundering, which I personally think will make people even more eager to go back to Vanilla WoW. And this is why I think it makes so much logical sense for Blizzard to release these fresh progressive servers about 4 to 6 months after the launch of Cataclysm Classic, because at that point Blizzard will have monetarily capitalized on the success of Wrath and Classic as a whole, and because Classic will lose a certain portion of the player base in a transition from Wrath to Cata, I think these fresh Classic WoW servers could be incredibly popular. The longer Blizzard waits, the more the hype will build itself up, and the bigger these servers will turn out to be. The only problem is if Blizzard decides to wait for too long and people decide to check out other alternatives, like Turtle WoW or other servers. The thing is, you want to give people options, but you also don't want to spread your game too thin, and what I mean by that is that right now we do have quite a few options in Classic WoW. We have hardcore servers coming out for Classic Era soon, we have regular Classic Era servers, we have Wrath of the Lich King Classic, and soon we will most likely have Cataclysm Classic, and going into Cataclysm we could also potentially end up having Wrath Era servers as an additional service, like when TBC Classic came out and we got the Classic Era servers, because personally I think there is a pretty big demand for a Wrath Era server option. On top of that, we also have Season of Mastery 2 coming later this year, and I simply think having fresh Classic WoW on top of that at the same time would give players too many options and spread the Classic player base too thin. But hey, let me know what you think about everything discussed in this video in the comments down below, and real quick before you leave, if you are interested in hardcore Classic WoW or fresh Classic WoW when that comes out, do consider checking out my Classic WoW gold making guide, which is 134 pages long and covers just about every aspect of gold making, including how I made 1000 gold and turned that into 20,000 gold through flipping on the auction house in Season of Mastery. And if you're playing Wrath or Cata, I do have gold guides for that as well, which you can find on my Gumroad profile. As always, I really do appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you made it this far, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again very soon.